Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Haynes-Stoll Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show, presented by Haynes-Stoll Healthcare. Louie, Dr. Haynes, just everybody at Haynes-Stoll Healthcare, we appreciate them. But that's also one of the reasons why this is our most animal-friendly episode of the season so far. We'll see.
Or ever.
So far.
Ever.
So far.
No. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. As always, we'd like to thank Glow Fiber for providing internet access here in the Chillicothe Sports Card Studio. My name's John Bruce. That's Matt Hoops. This is Louie Haynes. Does he have a middle name?
We'll go with Haynes. That's fine.
Louie Haynes. Dr. Brandon Haynes of Haynes-Stoll Healthcare. I don't know how this is going to go. Dr. Haynes, you are a chiropractor?
I am.
For what type of beings?
Well, now, we've been established for 51 years. I've been a son of a chiropractor my whole life. But then my daughter, Emily, she wanted to get into animal chiropractic, and I've been watching a lot of animal chiropractic, and I just felt like I wanted to be the one to mentor her through that process. So I drove myself out to Kansas for about 250 hours, and Kansas is a very interesting state, and I learned a lot out there. And what I did learn is how to adjust any mammal on planet Earth. So with my international degree now, I can adjust any animal anywhere in the world. So I've adjusted chickens, kittens, dogs. I mean, this dog has been adjusted since birth. Like, it's funny. We have a table in our basement, and when I adjust one of the humans, the dog will come down. Louie will come down there, and he'll lay on his back and ready for his neck to get adjusted. It's just part of his life, and that's kind of like what I want to do with animal chiropractic. Is I don't want the dogs that are coming in debilitated. I want them to come in like from birth on, just to give them the perfect life. So.
And that's what you want. Like, you've seen your animals go around not feeling great. Like, I have a cat that whenever you pick him up, he's just like, he does not like it at all. But you can tell he's just not comfortable with that. And I would guess that you could probably help him if if you could get him into a car and or anything. But he would scratch me like crazy. But so 250 hours was that? How many trips was it to Kansas?
Oh, it was 5 weeks. We did one to Chicago for another school. That was about 40 hours, and then we did the rest of it in Kansas, which is where animal chiropractic got started, which is Options for Animals. It's probably one of the best schools in the United States or the world, for that matter, for teaching somebody how to adjust an animal. And what we've seen has been amazing. Like, we had a kitten that was shoving his head into our house just to get comfortable, wouldn't walk, wouldn't eat, wouldn't do anything. And I picked it up and just examined it. I adjusted his neck, and before you knew it, the cat was walking around. Now it's like the fattest cat I've ever seen. I mean, this cat was going to die. And last week we did the same thing with a dog. We had to carry a dog into our clinic in a blanket. He couldn't walk and couldn't control his urination. So both of my knees were soaked in urine, which was not fun. But when we adjusted it one time, it came in the next day and it was completely fine. And we've seen that with 5 dogs so far this year. It's been an amazing thing. I just think animal chiropractic is something that people don't even recognize, and it's fairly new to Ohio. It's only been legal for a couple years now. So the results have been pretty amazing.
I can tell you this: my dog Bo, which is a Mastodon, part Mastiff, part Great Dane,
Monster,
pretty much, one step below a horse, which. We'll get into that later. But anyway, came in one time. He was limping. I thought maybe he had just bruised his paw or something. Dr. Haynes adjusted him, and he's been good to go ever since. A completely different dog.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've seen people. I know I went through, I had a back injury. It was going back about 16 years now, something like that, where I know Matt called you, got me in that day. And, I've been maybe not as consistent as I should be over the last few years, but been pretty consistent on getting there, and how much better it made me feel as a human. So I can't imagine for them who they can't really verbally tell you, besides like little things, how much better they have to feel.
Well, that's what's cool about chiropractic is supposed to have objective testing. So if you look at John's face on here, right? See how red he is?
Big
his
brain.
eyes, his forehead.
Big brain.
This is called thermal imaging. Let's see what Matt is.
Should be a little brain.
Yeah, probably not as big.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm fired up right there.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is the thermal imaging. So for a dog can't tell you where they hurt, or a horse or a chicken or whatever. So to use objective testing like thermal imaging, it shows you right where the inflammation is, and then we use what we call an impulse adjuster, which will also verify where the problems are in the spinal cord or the nerves. And when you have that objective data, you can specifically go in there and adjust. And then sometimes a lot of times the vets will give us an X-ray. So you'll see an X-ray, you'll see thermal imaging, you'll see our impulse testing. So it's very objective what we do with an animal. And when you do objective, specific or nothing type chiropractic on an animal or a human, you just see the results that are just phenomenal. So you guys want to see a neck adjustment?
Yeah.
He hasn't been adjusted this week. So
I'm gonna.
you want to listen to it?
Yeah, move it up closer.
So in the upper neck, he loves just simple traction. All right, watch. Yeah, buddy. Good.
A lot of hair.
But they usually just love it. They'll lick their lips. They'll come off their tongue. We've done a horse a couple of days ago, and to feel the movement on that, which is what we're going to bring into the studio next.
Horse. Let's go. Yeah.
I was trying to get that this weekend with the Kentucky Derby. I thought it would be perfect, but we'll start small and
Get huge.
Yeah.
We wanted to see the studio first, what we're getting ourselves into, right? So, but it's been great. We lease a clinic. Tim Klein Performance Horses is out in Kingston. It's believe it or not, we found through Joe Watson a guy named Tim Klein. He's one of the best horse trainers in the world that I know of, and he mentors me through this whole process. And he also keeps me and Ashley alive. Like, he's our handler. If it wasn't for Tim, we would not be alive right now, because a horse, you never know when the first time you touch them what they're going to do, a stallion or whatever. But Tim is such an expert in it, and he brings us so much information and so much security. His place out in Kingston, we lease it now we have an area for dogs, and we have an area for horses, and he has been the greatest thing ever. If you don't know who Tim Klein is, if you're ever looking to get into horses or training of horses or anything, I haven't found a better one than him yet. I talked to him today for 2 hours. Ashley thought I was down just goofing around and mowing, but I was actually talking to him, and I soak him up for information. He just allows so much. And Laura, his wife, is even just as good. It's a great team. It's a great atmosphere. And I didn't know I would find this much joy in working on animals, but wow, has it been a difference maker in so many animals that were going to be put down, and you adjust them one time and they're just like back to life again.
Well, because, as a human, when you get feeling better, you have better, the way of you carrying yourself. You have a better attitude. You maybe treat other people better. You feel better.
You're in a better mood.
Yeah, you're in a better mood, so you don't snap at anybody. You want to be more active. When you don't feel good, you don't really want to be active. So sometimes those animals can get themselves into really bad shape, bad mood, so they don't want to be touched. And if they get fixed, then you never know. It's kind of like, people say like bad kids, whatever. You know this from coaching too. It's just depending on your mood, where you come from, and everything. It makes a major difference for.
Well, I tell people that I have couples that come in that have been married for like 50 years, right? And they come in every couple of weeks to get adjusted as a couple. And I always tell them, I said, if it wasn't for chiropractic, you guys probably wouldn't stay together because you wouldn't be able to tolerate each other, right? So then I asked them about their brothers and their sisters. And I said, do they, are they still married? Or are they going down the wrong path of destruction, jail, or whatever? And the ones that they say that are not happy together, I ask them, do they have a chiropractor on a regular basis? And they say no. So I did that with 100 of my patients, right? 100 of my couples said that their brothers and sisters who are not still married, or they've been down a wrong path of destruction, they don't have a chiropractor. So I said, you're not going to stay together as a couple without a chiropractor, is what I tell people. Yeah. I don't know if that's scientific or not. But
if you did research on it, it was tested.
Researched 100 people.
Hey, 100 of them all said the same thing.
I got a question. You said you lease a building or a facility. Is that, and that's where you do all of your adjustment of animals out there? How does someone that wants to get their animal in, how do they schedule an appointment just like they would at the main office?
Yeah, they just call our office, and like our office is on Health Drive. It's been there for 50 some years, so they can call that office, or there's a way to do it online too. To be able to schedule their own appointment. Like tomorrow is Monday. That's our main day to work on animals. So we're going to be busy from 8 a.m. till probably 7 p.m. tomorrow, working on horses, dogs, back and forth. And so they just call our office. They set up an appointment through that. And it's go time. We still have a couple spots tomorrow, but not very many. Usually we're only doing it one day a week. And then we're doing it, after 6 o'clock at night. When we're like cranking it out right now, just because we want to get, chiropractic for animals going in this area, because there's nobody that's certified to do this anywhere in our area. We had a.
What about in the state of Ohio? Like, how many people? I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but like, to me, this blows my mind that this is available. Number one, and number two, it seems like it's catching on. Maybe like,
well,
I mean, like
in our profession,
but like around here or the state of Ohio, like
there's not very many.
Yeah.
Like I'm an IVCA certified, which is international. I think there's 30 some in Ohio. And we had on last Monday, I think a lady drove 3 hours from West Virginia to come see us.
There you go.
So, I mean, we have Gallipolis all in one day. We had West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana. I mean, they come from all over just because it's just not available. It's not certified. I mean, chiropractic for animals up to this point has been very cowboyish. It's just been like, we'll, learn from this cowboy, and this cowboy will show this cowboy. But now it's become a legit thing where you have to be really certified and understand it. And that's where we're at right now. It's been fun.
Well, and I'm sure it is, because especially when you see the quick reaction from the animals as well has to be a great thing. And now Louis,
Good job,
making
Louis.
his exit stage left. So what's been one of your favorite things about the animal chiropractic care so far?
To be honest, when I see these animals that are going to be put down and that are only 7 to 9, 10 years old, and all they need is an adjustment, and they get adjusted, and then by the next day they're completely walking again. I never thought that was completely even possible. But to watch that and the joy that you get out of that, because then the owners, I mean, they're just like screaming your name and they're crying. And it's just like the first animal that I ever did was a Rottweiler that came into the office from Dr. Tharp. And this one couldn't walk either. We had to walk it in to the office. At the time, we were just doing it as favors to people. We were offering a donation to the Humane Society for our adjustment. And my daughter and I, Emily, she just happened to be home, and she came in with me, and she watched me adjust this Rottweiler. It came in with a muzzle on, and the muzzle was because he was mad, kind of like Bo. And Bo ripped his off real quick.
he wasn't having it.
So this dog came in with a muzzle on, couldn't walk. We adjusted it, and by the next thing you knew it, this thing ran down our hallway. They ripped his muzzle off, and he started licking me and Emily. And then Emily was like, "That's what I want to do."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, there you go."
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's the difference you want to make, and that's one of those things. Like when we talk about, obviously we talk about sports a lot here, but like figuring things out in life, like you've done a lot of great things for local area as far as humans, but now you find something else a little bit later in life where you're like, oh, this is something else where I could help people and help animals at the same time. Is just a really cool thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I love it. It's just because it's a challenge. These animals can't tell you where they hurt. Humans can be like, I hurt right here, and you can focus on that area. But with this, you have to figure it out. Like you have to use your hands, your tools, your instruments, and then challenge yourself to find out where it is, specifically work on it, and then fix it, and then like see the differences. And it's just so much fun. It's like humans are getting a little bit boring to me because they tell you everything, and then you see everything, and then you adjust them, and they just blah, 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 blah. And I love working on humans, don't get me wrong, but dogs, the challenge of that and the growth of that in our practice is just phenomenal, and it's only going to get better and better and better. And to be honest, we aren't even fully where we want to be with animals yet. There's so much more to learn and grow from, and we're constantly doing that every single day. And Ashley's been my right-hand man. She has to go everywhere with me, and she's been great because she has to get in there. We had Kyle Ader show us a horse, and he would just cross-tie that horse, a stallion, and be like, okay, guys, have fun. And me and Ashley looking like, what? Like, you're not going to stay here? So then Ashley and I almost got crushed into walls and all kinds of things. Last week, the first time I didn't wear my steel-toe boots, which I've never owned a pair in my life, but I do now. The first time I didn't wear it, the horse rammed my toe, and then I put his head on my neck to adjust it, and he took my head and about ripped it off my head. So then I had to get adjusted after that one, which is usually the case after I work on horses.
You wear a helmet? You need a helmet.
No, but after that one,
you need a helmet. Yeah. I can get you a football helmet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be necessary.
We want to keep you around. But from now on, I'm not going to talk to you when I come in and tell you, like I'm going to just be like the animal and just let you guess what's wrong with me. So you're going to have to use your tools and your instincts.
My humans are telling me how stupid I am, how dumb this is, blah, 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 because these are like, it's not a matter of when you get hurt, it's or how you're going to get hurt,
it's
or when it's going to happen. And they said, and we want you to stay here to be able to still work on us. And you're like one step away from getting destroyed.
So do your other chiropractors in the office, they know when you're doing
Next
this?
man up.
Yeah, like they've got to be on call to be ready to get you back together. In the office, because
I usually go from the horse barn to the office, and that's for me.
That's probably for the best. So, Dr. Brandon, we appreciate you. We appreciate Louie. We always appreciate Ashley coming in as well. So, everything you need to take care of yourself and your animals at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center. Make sure you check them out. Every week, we appreciate you sponsoring us and everything that you do to sponsor the youth. Not only for SOSA, but in other places as well. We appreciate everything you do.
I love the partnership. You guys have been great. Like I can't imagine another organization or another like sponsor and be behind. And like I said, you guys, when I went in with you, you said I could do whatever I wanted. And now you've seen a dog, a family of 10, and I guess.
Hey, I'm saying that. Hey,
a horse on its way.
Derek said you could do whatever you want. So we'll put that on Derek. So we appreciate you guys once again. Hang right with us. We'll be right back with the Piketon Gold Ball winning softball team.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news, Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
welcome back to the Haynes-Stoll Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show, presented by Southern Ohio Sports Authority and Ohio Health. I'm John Bruce, along with Matt Hoops, and a couple of Gold Ball champions in the SVC. We have Saydi Childers, Addy Blakeman. Welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Could have said that was going to be the first question. Like,
Yeah.
just hey, how are you doing? Like, that's the easiest thing. So, Addy, I'll start with you. Now, early in the season, felt like you're hitting multiple home runs a game. I know you had a walk-off home run earlier in the season as well. I never hit one. How much fun is that?
I mean, it's a lot of fun, you know, especially when you have a team who, like, celebrates for you just as much. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, when your team's celebrating, how much of a team do you guys just feel like whenever you guys are, like, you have a bunch of people that do hit home runs, you have people that hit doubles, but you get to celebrate as a team. Just how much fun is that to celebrate?
I mean, it's fun. Like, after games, we have, like, a routine. We go to Dairy Queen, you know. we basically live there.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. And Saydi, as a pitcher, how much fun is it to watch your teammates hit those home runs and make things a little bit easier on you?
It feels really nice. I feel like I don't have as much weight to carry.
And then, we kind of talked about, me and Shane Combs did this week on our other show that comes out tomorrow, about teams having multiple pitchers. Now, you guys both pitch. I know Peyton Day pitches a lot as well. How much, not easier does that make you, but how much confidence does that give you that maybe if I'm not completely on, we have someone really good else that can pitch as well?
I know that if I'm having an off game, like Peyton or Addy is always right there to back me up in case I'm having an off game.
And then Addy, how nice is it to have multiple other pitchers as well, to where some days you can just focus on hitting and playing first base?
Yeah, I mean, it's great because I don't have to come in worrying about if I do this, then I'm the only person, you know. There's Saydi, there's Peyton.
And then how much do your other sports, do you play other sports as well?
Yeah.
And volleyball as well, right? How much do you think those other sports help you when it comes to what you do in volleyball?
I think a lot of it has to do with us playing together. A lot of us play volleyball together, and then we go into softball, and we've played sports together since we were like 10. And I think that has a lot to do with how well we play as a team.
Yeah, obviously that's a huge thing, especially with a lot of the schools around here. Getting all the athletes to play multiple sports is huge. But kind of one thing I wanted to ask you guys about is, last year's team SVC champions, this year's team Gold Ball SVC champions. What do you guys think the difference is in being able to achieve kind of the next step?
I mean, we definitely had our goals last year, and we achieved them this year, but I think not succeeding at them last year it gave us a
Motivation.
Yeah, it gave us the motivation to achieve it this year.
Yeah, I know that just in coaching in different sports there's been times where we've had teams that have been really, really good and maybe fell a little bit short, and I think eventually they reached their ultimate goal. And I think you have to go through that to sometimes achieve it, and I think that's what makes achieving it maybe means so much more. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Obviously won the SVC last year, but it wasn't a gold ball. Then you come back this year and you win the gold ball, probably because of the things that you had to go through last year.
And then, being district champions last year, just how much motivation did that give you you want to make sure you get to that level and even further?
We all have our goals, and we achieved our big goals here, which was the gold ball, and I know that we all want to make it even farther than what we did last year. Yeah,
you want to have those attainable.
Take those steps.
Yeah, keep those baby steps, because you guys have 0 seniors on the roster, and just how much you're playing for each other. You guys do a lot of things after the games together. How much fun is it to just see your team grow from being really young to now you're getting a little older? Next year you're going to be a lot older, but when you're getting a little bit older, how much more fun is it to see those baby steps?
I mean, it's really fun because you just see your teammates achieve everything you want them to achieve, but it's also sad at the same time,
And then Saydi, for you, we have the infield in today. When you see your outfield, who are very good athletes, obviously. When you see your outfield laying out for balls for you, like just playing great defense, how much more does that get you amped up as a pitcher?
I have so much confidence in my infield and my outfield. Reese, Kinley, Ava, they all give 100% effort in every play.
And then for kind of both of you, your catcher, freshman Adry, right? Is Audrey?
Adry.
Okay, Adry. She's done an outstanding job for you guys this year. Just how big has her growth been to kind of make things easier for you guys as one of the few spots you had to replace from last year?
I was a little nervous at the beginning of the year, but Adri really has grown a lot since the beginning of the season, I think. And
Yeah, I
she is a huge asset to the team.
Yeah, I think she came into the role and she filled it great.
And then kind of last thing, you guys, what's your favorite celebration that you guys do? What's your favorite part of your team?
There's a lot.
I know there's a lot. That's kind of what I was like.
And they hit homers like every other at bat. So like, there's probably a reason they have a lot because.
You don't want to
go ahead, answer the question. But like, I just want to throw that out there.
I really like the horn that we have.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody hits a home run.
Okay, so the home run horn. All right, and then is there? I mean, I don't know. It's just that like that's.
I got a fish question. Has the fish stayed? Has the fish stayed in the bowl this season? Because I know last year we had a spill, close call.
It has.
You guys
stayed.
have gotten older and more mature and able to take care of the fish, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, Reese dropped it a couple times last year, but
She's done good. She's done good this year, though.
They only reported one.
Now I will say. No, not a mammal. Never mind. He can't fix it. Say Dr. Haynes that was in here before can fix any mammal legally. So let's still try to keep.
Let's keep the fish swimming.
Keep the fish
just
safe.
keep swimming.
Yeah, just keep swimming. You guys keep hitting home runs, keep throwing strikes, and just keep getting wins. So we appreciate you guys coming in. Hang right with us. We'll have a quick commercial break, and then we'll have a couple more members of the Gold Ball team.
For 175 years, the Blakeman name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise. From our family to yours.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
All right, welcome back to the Haynes Stoll Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show presented by Southern Ohio Sports Authority and Ohio Health. I'm John Bruce. We got Matt Hoops over there hanging out in the hairiest baseball chair now. His black pullover is going to have so much Louis Haynes hair.
It's Louis.
Yeah,
Black
it's Louis.
Louis,
Yeah.
Louis.
So now we have 3 more members of the Piketon Gold Ball softball team. Directly to my left, Briar Penwell, Aubrey Heath, Jaylin Forbes.
my name here.
Oh, like, okay. So we talked about this. Like, somebody asked me about somebody from like last year that we talked about. I'm like, I don't remember. Like we covered like 65 schools in a bunch of different sports. So I'm just pumped I didn't completely forget it. Oh, we also have the fish.
Coke butter cheese. Coke butter cheese.
Yeah, we have Coke butter cheese.
Yep.
Okay, how old is Coke butter cheese at this point?
A little over a year old.
All right, that's pretty good for a fish. That's a ripe old age for a fish.
He's doing great.
Yeah. So how is?
I don't know, dude. Blake had a fish. He got at a first grade birthday party and died in 10th grade. So.
We take pretty
Hold
good
on.
care of it.
Did he actually, or did you guys just keep replacing the fish?
No, it's the same fish.
Our fish stayed alive until it finally died, and Blake said, "Why?" Because we moved the fish. And the fish didn't have any water left in the bowl because we forgot we moved it. The water evaporated and the fish was gone. Otherwise, it probably still be alive.
We had Alfred Fishcock, which was named after Alfred Hitchcock, and he was good until my sister's cat ate it. So
Blake's fish was named Rex, and he got it at Albert's birthday party.
There you go. I love Albert.
You guys are scaring our fish here.
No, he's good. No, you guys got him protected.
He's hiding.
Yeah, he already took a tumble down.
We make sure
in
that
Frankfurt.
dog didn't get him earlier
Yeah,
too.
the dog did not. The dog. That's why the dog went out the other way, so, to protect Coke butter cheese.
Yeah.
So I'll just start here with Briar. Play second base as a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
How much fun was it to kind of start mixing in with the group that's a year older than you? Because you guys obviously had a really good year last year, but just how much fun was it to just kind of mix in with that group?
I think it was a lot of fun. I also think where, like, I kind of feel like we've played together, like, before we got into high school. So it was like we all kind of bonded, and it's been great.
So already having that, like, pre-existing relationship kind of helped things in a big way. But did you see, like, immediately, like, were you guys this, like, fun coming up, or did you guys just get a little bit older and you're like, you know what, we're going to take this to the next level?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. We all been best friends our whole life. So it's like, I'm just playing ball with my best friends. Like,
and that's the best thing. Like, I love that you said that, because that's something that I don't like. When people say they want to they would rather do travel or whatever, like you might be with your best friends, but these are people you're going to see every day.
Yeah.
And that's something you're never going to forget. You see people, I know you saw people a couple weeks ago that you played with.
Yeah. I hadn't seen them probably a year or two, and former teammates of mine went out and had dinner, and it was like, and this will be the same hopefully for you guys when you get older. And the older you get, obviously, the better the stories become. But the one thing that you always have is, like, all of the stories that you have with your fish, and the stuff after the game, the stuff before the game.
Dairy Queen
and very
trips.
rarely when we get together do you even really talk about actual games. It's all of the other stuff that's meaningful. I mean, obviously, you're going to remember the gold balls and the district titles and things like that, but the friendships and the bonds that you're forming now, you're gonna take for the rest of your life, and that's probably the most important thing. It's fun to win, but like all that other stuff is just as important.
I was actually pointing to the fish. I wasn't pointing to the gold ball. I was like, they're going to remember the fish.
I didn't even see you point at anything.
Yeah,
But anyway.
Hopefully that
like
fish stays alive.
With Coke butter cheese. Whose idea was the fish?
I think it was. Well,
it was the TikTok.
Okay.
Remember we
well, okay, so there was a TikTok, I guess, and it was
LSU.
they had a. Did they have a fish? Is
Yeah,
that
they
what
had a fish. It was
So we were like,
it wasn't in like a carry container. It was like a bowl.
So we were like, well, we should get something. So then a couple of us went to Petland.
Me
and
you and Reese, wasn't it?
I didn't go, but yeah.
And me and Reese.
And they picked out we were gonna get a hermit crab. Well, the people said that hermit crabs are not easy to take care of and they'll die. So then the next best thing was a fish.
And the people at Petland told us that if we're going to take a fish to our softball games, then they're not going to let us buy it.
Yeah.
So then you obviously didn't take it to the softball game.
No. It's fine. It's alive.
It's still here.
They said that it would die from stress. But it doesn't get
They
stressed
didn't know
out
how much
because
fun your team was.
It's been very stressful. It's been dropped like a couple times.
it's no stress though.
It looks very healthy.
We have a
that's
bamboo
good-looking-
branch for it.
Yeah.
that's a
It keeps the
good-looking
water
fish.
clean.
This is actually new. So this, like the orange thing, it broke, and
Right,
we
yeah,
couldn't take it to a
yeah.
couple games, but we
So
got it
see,
fixed.
Pet Land, you didn't know how responsible these young ladies were.
Yes.
Because once it wasn't fully safe, Coke Butta Cheese stayed home.
Shout out to
Did you guys hit home runs?
When it
that
was
game?
cold, yeah.
Actually, yeah, we did.
Oh,
But
okay.
we also have a bubble machine now, like bubble gum machine.
Okay.
So like that, I think that kind of might have made up for it.
Christy Shanks keeps at her house, so
Okay.
she
Shout out,
takes care of
Christy.
it a
Thank
lot.
you.
Okay.
Is
She's
that
a
the one
saint.
that's close to the diamond? I remember.
The-
do I remember that from
Close
last
to
year?
the field, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we always go there.
She lives right in Piketon.
Yeah.
So you guys have your bomb squad necklace there. You also, was it dive squad?
Yeah, I
So,
forgot it.
so how excited do you guys get whenever someone hits a home run, so you get to do the bomb squad, but
Yeah.
also makes a really good defense play, because people don't celebrate defense nearly as
Yeah.
much, especially when you're hitting home runs every game.
Yeah.
So how much fun is it to see someone make one of those diving plays?
I think it's really fun. It's like, I just think like the adrenaline and stuff, like we all get super excited. I mean,
Yeah.
Aubrey throws her face mask.
No, actually, I've not thrown my face mask this year because last year I broke mine, and there was all kinds of umpires and so getting mad about it. So I was like, I better stop.
So when you guys, I'll start with you, Jaylin. When you play in other sports, how much do you think those sports kind of benefit you in softball? Because you're doing different things that you're kind of carrying over.
That definitely benefits me a lot. It always keeps me in shape. I'm always doing something all year round, rather that is softball or any other sport, and it also just keeps me going. Like it's fun, you know what I mean? And and I also create like a lot of friendship throughout the thing, and so especially from other schools too. And so when we go to like Wellston, I played with a couple girls on there. And I finally got to see them the other day, and it's just good. Like, it's just reunited. It's really fun.
What I was gonna say was, winning is fun, obviously, and your basketball successful season, and then that carries right into softball, which obviously you guys did last year. And I think what it does is, when you win, you're put into a lot of pressure type situations in a tournament, things like that. And you guys have exposed yourself to that in other sports to where, when softball comes up, this tournament run's getting ready to happen, you've been in these big situations on these big stages. So kind of talk about how that plays a role in, how you perform.
It plays a major role. I think it definitely, doesn't make me as nervous as I used. Like, my freshman year coming up, I was nervous. But now it's like we've already been through this before. Like, it's just another game that we're going to win,
Yeah.
And that I just think that helps a lot.
Well, and then when you're playing really tough teams in the non-conference, you're playing in a really good league too. And then last year you guys make it to, I know you guys lost to Wheelersburg, right? In the regionals. But you guys get there and you're playing at OU with a really big crowd. That's got to make it to where now, as sophomores, juniors, you guys are just like, okay, this is what we're here for. This is why we do this. And then Aubrey, so you do volleyball as well and power lift, right?
Yeah.
So how much do those help? Because you don't have the biggest frame, but you also have 11 home runs this year, 12 last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 23 more than I ever hit, and you did those in 2 years. So how much do those sports benefit you when it comes to softball?
Powerlifting really helps me dramatically. My freshman year I hit 3 home runs, and I had been doing powerlifting, but I wasn't taking it serious. And then my sophomore year I started taking it a lot more serious, and then I just blew out of the water. I hit 12 last year and 11 this year, and it helps so much. And then volleyball too. I play volleyball with the same people I play softball with, so I already have those friendships. I play with them. I'm used to being around them, and we all get along. So
I'll just kind of go back to the powerlifting. When you're doing, that's kind of individual sport. Do you guys do some team stuff too?
You can win team, but it's more individual.
So do you think that individual pressure that you have in that, do you think that kind of helps you when you're at the plate? Even though you're trying to help your team, you're still it's you against the pitcher.
Especially in softball, because it's such a big mind game, but it's also a team game. So powerlifting, it's mainly just you. So it helps a lot. When I'm up to bat, I just have so much confidence build up. I think just from experience from softball travel and from powerlifting, it's I've done this before. I put in the work,
and I'm just able to be confident going up there.
And then Briar, you hit 3-hole, right? But also, kind of going back to basketball, I don't think I saw anyone take as many charges this year as you did. So, can I just kind of guess that you play really hard in softball too?
I'd say so, yeah.
So,
She does.
Just how much, when you're kind of fearless like that, how much does that help you when you're going up to hit? Then you're not worried about anybody because I've had these really big, fast, athletic players run me over, and now I'm just all I can do is hit the ball.
I think I just go up with a lot of confidence. Like, I kind of go up like it's me versus me. Like, I ain't really worried about, like, what other people think or, like, what's going to happen. Like, I'm just super, like, set on what I'm just got to hit.
And that fearlessness, you can tell, really is beneficial for you guys. So, last thing, what's your guys' favorite prop or whatever you guys use? Is it is it the horn? Is it the bomb squad chain?
It's
home
the
run
fish.
chain? Or the
It's
fish?
gotta be the fish.
The fish is a day
The fish,
one.
Yeah, the fish was there back when,
He was there before
The
everything.
fish was there
Yeah.
before any SVC titles, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fish is
both
it. Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll carry on through many more
It will, it
successful.
will.
I appreciate you guys are taking care of Coke
You know,
Butter
though,
cheese.
if it don't, you guys will never know.
No.
Take a look at it, Bruce. Get a picture.
Yeah, I'm getting a good mental
Yeah.
No,
picture.
that'd be good.
Like
Can
it
you
could
see?
come in when you guys come in next year. It could come in as just like a blue fish.
I've got a question though. Once you guys graduate, like,
Passing it
does
down.
the fish just stay with the program, or
I mean, it's
Does it
luck. It's good
graduate?
luck.
It's gotta be
so
passed
I
down.
don't. Someone's
that's a
got
tough
to take it
decision
though.
you guys are gonna have to make.
I don't know if
You can make
I don't know if
Christy's
Christy will take it.
I'll
Yes, she
take it.
will. Briar will take it.
All right.
I think it's been through so many, it's been through the good and bad. So I just feel like it holds so many memories. Like,
Especially the memories like in the fish. I bet those fish like know us. You know?
I think the fish is just trying to stay alive.
All right, so that's all. We appreciate you guys coming in, especially Coke Butter Cheese. We appreciate all of you guys coming in.
Thank you so much.
Spending some Sunday night. Glad you guys got some cuts in over there at the dugout. How'd you guys like the dugout?
Oh,
It's
I love
nice.
it.
So nice. I
It's
like
good.
it.
Really nice.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see you guys up here in the summer. I think we're thinking about doing some different things that could involve obviously hitting because that's what we're doing in there. But we appreciate you guys coming in, trying out our new building, and best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yep. Good luck, Coke Butter Cheese. So hang right with us, and we'll be right back on the Haynes-Stoll Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show. And welcome back to the Hainstall Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show presented by Southern Ohio Sports Authority and Ohio Health. I'm John Bruce, along with Matt Hoops and Coach Mark Blakeman of the SVC champion, Piketon Red Streaks. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Doing well, thanks.
We appreciate you bringing the girls up. And did you guys enjoy the dugout?
Yes, yeah, it's great in there. They done some hitting and done really well in there.
Hey, that's great to hear, because it seems like that hitting is working out pretty well with the gold softballs throughout the season. So, one of the things, I was glad when we talked and you brought Saydi up.
Yes.
But it's not just Saydi. St. Children's has been outstanding for you guys. Is it 14-0?
Yes.
But also Peyton Day has been really good as well.
Yes.
Can you just talk about what your pitchers have done for you guys so far this year?
So, last year we lost Kendall Carroll, which was a senior, and I was wondering who was going to replace her. She was a big loss. And I tell you what, Peyton Day as a freshman, she came in, stepped right in, and just took right off. And I tell you what, Peyton does a great job. Peyton brings something that Saydi doesn't. And Sadie's got stuff that Peyton does. So it's a good mix to have with them two. And then also we have Addy Blakeman that pitches too, and she throws hard. So we've got a good mix of three different pitchers. But Peyton has stepped in, and she's actually grown up real quick.
Coach, talk a little bit about also having a freshman catcher. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's another one. We lost our catcher last year to graduation, and we were wondering what we were going to do at catcher. Adri Spradlin came in, and I tell you what, she just stepped right in and filled the spot, and she's another one that grew up real fast, and she's done a really good job. So we have them two freshmen that came in this year to pick up the slack of our seniors that we lost last year. So we pretty much, what we were losing, we actually took care of with these two freshmen. So they've done a really great job this year.
Well, then, Coach Hoops, you know this as well. Like, whenever you lose such key positions, and then you're like, man, well, we've got this stud at this spot, this spot, this spot. Maybe they could move, but then you get worse at these other spots by having to move. Just how huge was it for them to just be able to step in and say, hey, Aubrey, you can stay at third. Jaylin stays at short. Briar stays at second. We don't have to keep moving players around.
Right. Yeah. So that's a big benefit for us that we can keep everybody as is and just plug in two freshmen to what we lost as a senior. And like I said, they've done a great job. So it really helped us out a lot to keep everybody where they're at, and also, it's going to be the same as next year because we have no seniors. So everybody will be back at the same position.
Huge. I mean, that's huge. I mean, I talk to Spencer Smith at Union all the time, and he talks about the left side of your infield, and if the ball's hit on the ground, it's an out. And those two have done such a good job throughout their career, and hopefully will continue to lead you guys into the tournament, and then have big senior years heading into next year. But just talk about how important those two have been in this whole process of where you guys are right now.
They've been huge. Jaylin and Aubrey, they are kind of like the engine that runs the team. They keep everybody going, great team leaders, and everybody just follows suit. And as they go, the whole team just rallies around, and they. This is a fun group, I tell you.
You can tell.
They are really fun, and I'm blessed to have these players here that I get to coach.
Yeah, and I mean, fun and talented. I've seen you guys play a couple times, and I don't think there's been a time that one of those two hasn't hit a home run in the games that I've seen you play. And just, really good, have a lot of fun with it. Great kids, and it just, you can tell they enjoy what they're doing, and obviously winning helps, but the culture that they have helped establish is, you can tell where it starts with those two, I think.
Yeah, they really do a good job, and then if one of them gets down for having a bad game, the other one's picking them up plus everybody else is right on the bandwagon there, picking her up. If we have one player that's having a bad game, everybody rallies around her, keeps her up, keeps her head in the game, and that's huge to have a team like that.
Yeah, when you've got those people that can really step up and help lead you, makes things on the rare nights when you're not really hitting the ball big time, it can really help you in a big way. Now I know a couple of the games, it was the two, you lost 4-3 games, but it seems like as of late, when the offense hasn't hit as well, the pitching and defense has really stepped up. I know you had a 3-1 win the other day. You won a really tight one with Adena.
Yes.
Just how mature has your team gotten throughout the season to adjust when maybe the offense isn't clicking as much?
So, with our offense, our pitching and our defense usually gets overlooked. We, as far as our pitching, I was looking at the league stats as far as our pitching and ERA. We're sitting our two pitchers. There's two of our pitchers that's sitting at number 1 and number 2 in ERA. So that's huge, and that doesn't get talked about a lot just because of our offensive and what we've been doing this year. But our pitchers has been doing great, holding us into, like you said, close games, tight games when we're not hitting, when we're off maybe a night or two here or there. The pitching steps up and shuts them down. I think Saydi, we played Adena, and that game there, we were playing for the league championship that night, and Adena is a great hitting team, and I think Saydi threw a 4-hitter against them, and that's huge, especially when we wasn't hitting that well.
Well, then you're playing a team with Joe Jett, obviously Marley Halcomb.
Yes.
You've got great pieces across Bossert Holford in that game. I
Yes.
mean, it's just across the league, you're facing teams that are going to score a lot of runs regardless, so you've got to do what you can to try to slow them down. It sounds like Sadie's done a great job of that this year, and when maybe she's been off or maybe a night off, Peyton's done a great job of stepping in too.
Yes. I mean, we have a great team that teammates come in and pick each other up, and like you said, if somebody has an off night, we have somebody that's there that steps right in and takes over and gets the job done. So we've been pretty lucky with that this year.
And then, we talked to the infield, talked to the pitcher, we've talked to the catcher. Your outfield. I know, very athletic. Kenley, Ava, Reese, they do a great job for you. Can you just talk about just how much they benefit your team, especially if you're not getting a ton of strikeouts?
Well, our outfield is great. I mean, they cover a lot of ground. They take away base hits a lot of times with diving catches and Reese out in the outfield running balls down. So, gap shots, running them down. It's just such a great outfield. They do a great job. And, again, they don't get talked about a lot, too, again, because of our offense. They get overlooked. But they really do a great job out there in the outfield, and every one of them. Reese is a junior, and then we have Ava in left field, and we have Kenley Maynard in right field, and they're both sophomores. So we're still going to have them next year, and then Kenley and Ava another year after that. So I heard somebody call, and it wasn't me, but I heard somebody call our outfield the no-fly zone. So usually if you hit a fly ball out there, it's going to get caught. So
it better get over the fence, or else it ain't landed.
You're right, yeah. So, but they do a great job of running balls down and making outs out there.
Coach, of the three things you just talked about, pitching, your defense, and hitting, what do you think is the key to an even deeper tournament run this season?
Really just keep doing what we've been doing, hitting the ball. Our offense, hitting home runs, playing great defense, and our pitchers just shutting them down, just, keeping the runs down to a minimum so we can actually score more than the other team. That's just a recipe that what we've been doing this year, and it's obviously it's worked so far.
Yeah, no free bases, no walks, no hit batters, no errors. Like you do that, and with the way your team hits, it feels like it's a really good recipe for a long tournament run.
Yeah, Saydi and Peyton, they've done a great job with not walking batters. Now, I say, look, we can't be walking anybody because we can't defend walks. We can defend the ball in play. So we need the ball in play to get out. So they do a super good job at really not. Their control is great, and they hit spots, and they limit the walks to almost zero.
And that's a huge thing
Yes.
for any team to have that success. So, Coach, we appreciate you. We appreciate your girls coming in. Appreciate most of the props. We really appreciate Cook Butta Cheese being in for the second year in the new spot.
Yeah, he's part of our team on our shirt here.
I love that.
It's we have our SVC championship shirts from last year. All of the players are on the back with the coaches, and Coke Butta Cheese part of the players on that. So
hey, whoever's part of the team needs to be a part of it because they're all of them.
Yes,
it takes everyone.
Yeah, it takes everyone and
everything.
fish.
Right, and the gold ball. It's the first gold ball Piketon softball history.
That's awesome.
Which features a Final Four in there as well. So
Yes.
it's not like it's not a strong history. So
Right, yeah, yep.
That says a lot, especially with how strong the SVC is traditionally in softball. So, Coach, we appreciate all of you. Have a safe trip home, and we'll be rooting for you the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yep.
So hang right with us. We'll be right back with some coaches on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline. All right, welcome back to the Haynes Total Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show presented by Southern Ohio Sports Authority and Ohio Health. As always, we thank Glow Fiber for providing internet access for tonight's show here inside the Chillicothe Sports Card Studio. And now joining us on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline is Coach Jason Nelson from Northwest. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
We appreciate you coming on, Coach. It's been a nice season for you guys so far. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, it's been a good year. Got a great bunch of young men that are willing to lay it on the line at any time. Had a terrific start so far. I believe we're 14-5 right now, going into the toughest part of our schedule. We did just seal our second consecutive first place finish in the SOC 2, and with a win over Oak Hill. So very proud of the boys for that. And our hard work in the off season and from the beginning of the year on is it's starting to pay off for us.
Yeah, one of the things that I remember, I'm sure you do too, Coach Hoops, on how talented Northwest was when we were coming up. And I know there may have been a few years down here and there, but it's so good. Like, baseball's better when Northwest is good. Can you just kind of talk about some of the players that have helped make it a second straight SOC2 championship for you guys?
Well, yeah, I definitely couldn't say enough about our seniors, Levi Shepard, Peyton Wolf, and Austin Smith. Austin Smith doing a heck of a job behind the plate and playing several other positions when needed, pitching for the first time in high school and showing some promise there for us. Levi Shepard batting .529 this season as he continues to stay hot for second straight year. Collected his 100th hit this year. Aiden Armbruster, who took a year off last year, came back out this year, and he's batting .526 and just I mean, it's been amazing to see what a turnaround he's done from when I had him as a freshman to now as a junior. Chase Kingery, Braxton Burris, both amazing. Kingery amazing at the plate. He's batting .419, leading the team in RBIs. Shepard also leading us in stolen bases. And Kingery and Burris have been quite the duo on the mound. I believe Kingery's ERA is somewhere around 1.5, and Braxton Burris is just over 2 with great wins for both those boys in big games.
So before we get talking a little bit more, Coach Hoops, have you seen Aiden Armbruster before?
I have not.
Coach, is he still a mountain?
Yeah, he's quite the size. He's currently about 6'4", 320, runs a 4.9.
Yeah,
so
this dude he's a really good basketball player too. It's just, you wouldn't believe how talented this kid is.
An athlete.
Yeah, so it's great to hear that he came back out this year for you guys. Yeah. Is he throwing still for track?
He actually chose to give up track this year. He had his own personal reasons for that, but he said he missed baseball and found that love again, and loves being with his teammates, loves the coaches, and we love having him, and we're so thankful to have him back.
Well, I mean, that's giving it a chance, and then it's not like just not trying something, but yeah. So your pitching has been outstanding. What years are those pitchers in?
They're both sophomores right now and performing at a very high level for their ages.
Yeah, that's huge. If you can get the production that you just talked about from 2 sophomores and just like we were talking with Piketon softball coach, you have to have pitching to give yourself a chance. And obviously there's a reason you guys have won consecutive league titles and with those 2 guys being only sophomores. And how nice is it to not only just have 2 pitchers that are very good, but that for the next 2 years you have them as well.
It's a pretty good feeling. I got to be honest. They are workhorses. All through the year, working at their craft, getting better, developing pitches, making the pitches they've already developed better. And I mean, they go above and beyond to excel at everything they do on the field, whether it's pitching, fielding, hitting. They're workhorses, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
Well, and then when you have kids that work hard, that want to take it to the next level, that just is going to make the entire program better and better. Can you talk about some of the big wins you guys have had throughout the year? 14-5, off to a really nice season. Obviously, you get another league title. But what's been maybe one of the more fun games you guys had this year?
I'll tell you, there was 2 games that really stand out in my mind. The game against the Green Bobcats, we won 3-2, which Braxton Burris pitched in, was a great game, solid defense, timely hitting, and an outstanding pitching performance from that young man to get that win. I believe they were ranked 2 in the state in their division at that time. And then, of course, the win in the redemption win against Sims Valley at Sims Valley, winning that game 11-2. We exploded in the last inning and put up 9 runs on them, and just was a I take my hat off to the boys for never giving up and always fighting until the last pitch. I mean, they give everything they got on every pitch, and that's all I can ask for them.
Coach, just talk about that feeling of, when you get hot, especially against a really good team, and to see your guys basically answer the bell. Just the feeling that you're standing on third base and that you have, and the excitement that's in the dugout when that's going on. Baseball sometimes doesn't get the credit, I don't think, for the momentum. You don't have a lot of fan interaction, so you got to kind of create that yourself within your dugout. Just kind of talk about that and how excited the guys were.
Well, the excitement that even the non-starters and the guys that weren't in the game at that moment, keeping the positive attitude, which is something we said from the get-go. We have to stay positive. We have to have fun. That's how we play our best ball.
Yep.
And it was electric to see them go out there and fight. And it was kind of justification for all the hard work they've put in to get up to this point. Coming from the rough couple years we had prior to me coming here, it's just justification for their hard work, and that's what I'm proud of them most. They've worked hard for this, and they deserve it.
Well, it feels like it's a community that always has kids that are gonna work. I know it's such a widespread school district as well, but it's a group that you can tell are getting better and better at every sport. So you're seeing a lot of buy-in across, and that's got to feel really good for those kids to see that work, that buy-in really pay off with another league title.
Oh, for sure. You can see it in their confidence level. From the first year I was here to now, our confidence, our self-expectations are a lot higher. Like, we know we're capable of more, and we still feel like our best ball is yet to come, and that's a good feeling to have.
Yeah, and that's just really exciting. That means that these next few days of practice, as maybe you have more days off, so you got to practice a little bit more, but that makes coming to practice more fun when you feel like you haven't hit that ceiling yet. And I feel like with 2 sophomore pitchers, a senior backstop back there as well, and some really good athletes overall, I feel like you guys are not to your ceiling yet as well. So, Coach, we appreciate you taking some time with us and hanging with us a little bit longer here on a Sunday night, and wish you nothing but the best of luck for the rest of the year.
Well, on behalf of my staff and my players, we truly appreciate that. And just one more thing I'd like to throw in there. I really couldn't do what I do or take anything for any credit without my staff and the work that they put in. I mean, these guys show up and do what's expected of them, and it's definitely a family thing. And when I say we play as one, we play as one.
Yeah, but that's what's going to take you to another level as well when you have that entire buy-in with the whole staff. So, Coach, we appreciate that, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
And for me as a longtime assistant, when you know the head coach believes in the staff as well, that just you buy in even more as an assistant.
I think one of the biggest things that I've learned in coaching, the longer that I coached, early on, you first of all, you're young, and probably young and dumb is correct a lot of times when they say that. But the older I got, the more trust, the more belief. Not that I never believed in my staff, but the more willingness to give up some of that control is huge, especially when you know the people that are working with you have the same interest and the same mindset as you do. So you're able to kind of, I don't know what the right word is, delegate some of that, because those guys want want it just as much as you do. So it's, staff trust is one of the biggest things that you can have, and I've seen it. I've seen it hurt teams when you can't trust like you need to be able to. But whenever you can, usually ends up a special team and special programs.
Yeah, but speaking of a special program, now joining us on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline is Coach Eli Daniels from Minford. How are you doing tonight, Coach?
How's it going? We're doing good.
Oh, we're doing well, and I'm sure you've got some good staff buy-in for you as well. I know you got a pretty good assistant in Brent Daniels there as well, right?
Yeah, some would say that. So yeah, some would say.
So, Coach, we appreciate you coming on with us, and I know we had you set up for last week, and we appreciate you coming through for us again this week. But can you just kind of talk about your season so far? I know it's been a really nice season so far for you guys, but can you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh yeah, I can't complain at all. I mean, we're 14-2 at the moment right now. We started off the season 9-0 on a good win streak. Our two losses are to Valley, conference rival. They were some heartbreaking losses. We played them tough both times, but just came up on the wrong side of the score. Other than that, we've had some great wins, some gutsy wins this year. I could recall Berg at Wheelersburg being down 3-0 in the top of the seventh and scoring 4 to win it. We went through extras at South Webster. For a really tough South Webster. Went 9 innings with him. Ended up pulling that one out. Then we've had some big games where we blitzed them early and we got up big and never looked back. So I mean, it's been a wild ride so far this year.
Well, those ones have to be. I mean, maybe they don't end up being like a super memorable one later, but as a coach, I know that's got to be nice when you just go like, man, this is gonna be a tough one, and then top of the first, it's 6-0. Like,
those are the funnest games I've ever coached. That's what I'm talking to people. I'm like, man, them close games, they're not fun. They're fun afterwards when you win, but they're not fun during it. I like getting up early and having a big lead and just playing comfortable throughout the game.
Coach, talk about, you've mentioned winning several different ways. Just talk about that, your team being able to do that, whether it's getting up early, whether it's, you mentioned the comeback win. You had to come back at Wheelersburg, but then you had to finish the game off in the bottom of the inning. Just talk about your guys' ability to win in a variety of different ways.
I mean, it's kind of pick your poison with these guys this year. I mean, we've had the top of the lineup produce the runs. We've had the bottom of the lineup produce the runs. We've had a stellar defensive game. We've had our staff win the game for us. I mean, we can win it multiple ways, and I think that's what makes this group so special. I mean, we've had to win it every way this year. I mean, so I think we're well versed and just how to win, honestly. I mean, I think these guys have been around me. These seniors have been with me for 4 years now, being my 4th year coaching. So, I mean, they've grown up with me. They've had their growing pains with me, and they're taking it in stride, and they're going crazy right now. They're having a fantastic year.
Well, then you have multiple players that have played and competed at the state level as well. Not just in the other sports that people know about, but also in baseball. So I mean, it's a program. It's a time at Minford with a lot of really talented athletes that have done a lot of winning. How much do you think that benefits them in finding different ways to win? Like the Curtis Glenn scoring from second on an infield single to take the lead over Wheelersburg. Like how much, like obviously that takes some baseball instincts as well, but how much of that is like, man, he's seen all kinds of different ways to win athletics. How much do you think that benefits?
Yeah. I mean, talking about this group of seniors being, I've had Ty Boyle and Martin Akefier. They've been state Final Four twice and a state runner-up once. Curtis Glenn going basketball and baseball. Max Louder going soccer and baseball also. Mason Bradley going in baseball. So these boys have been around winning programs through their high school careers, and I think it's done tremendous things for them. Like you talked about, Kurt making that incredible play from second going home. I mean, I think you just got to have a little bit of crazy in you to make a play like that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, Does it make sense to go on there? No, not to most people, but for Kurt, it made perfect sense and perfect time to do it, and it worked out. So, I mean, I told him that's a great play right there, bud. Do that anytime you want.
As a coach, you have to appreciate that. You can always tone a kid down, but you can't sometimes get them to that level.
Exactly.
And, I'd much rather have to chill them out than to amp them up. And what a tough play. I wish I could have seen that.
It's nuts.
It's awesome.
I didn't see much. All I saw was a red flash go by, and I was like, "Oh, there goes."
There
Kurt.
he goes.
Let's see what happens.
Right through the stop sign.
Yep.
Hey, but when you have players that can make those plays, it just makes the team even scarier
it keeps
to
the energy
play.
high.
Yeah.
That's why I tell the boys. I said the bullseye's on our back. Teams are coming at us, so you got to be ready to play every game as hard as you can, no matter what. I don't care who you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
The bullseye's on us.
And I think the way to combat that, coach, is just by being aggressive. Having that mindset that the bullseye's there for a reason, and we're going to show up and we're going to be aggressive, and whatever happens. But we're not going to lay down and let someone dictate how the game's played. So I think that's a credit to you and your guys for kind of taking on that mindset.
Yeah, we go out there, we just play Falcon baseball. I mean, whatever happens, but we're going to play our game, and if it works out like it has 14 times this year so far, we'll keep doing it.
Well, then you mentioned the 2 losses to Valley, and then you come back against Berg, you go to extras with South Webster. Then that's not even mentioning how talented the Waverly is. I mean, West is no pushover. How much does your league benefit you guys throughout the entire season? Because when you're playing in the non-league, you're like, well, this is almost a night off, almost no matter who you're playing, because of how talented your league is.
Exactly. The month of April for this year has been tough, to say the least. Playing, we did all of our conference in April this year, so there was not one game that was a give me. Every day we had to come and play our heart out. I mean, it was the SOC3 is kind of miserable playing, to be honest with you. I mean, every team's good.
That's a great way to describe it.
But on
let's put that on a T-shirt, Coach.
Sure. But on the flip side, it prepares you for the tournament, because we're going to see a lot of these teams in the tournament, and we're going to see the same type of caliber in the tournament, if not better. So I mean, it's great because it prepares you for the tournament.
Well, then that's really. That's the best compliment you can give your opponents, but also your players, to be one of the teams at the top of that miserable conference to play in, because that shows how talented you guys are. Who's been doing your catching so far for you guys this year?
We got freshman Colby Mullins behind the dish this year.
Yeah, so I was 90% sure he was a freshman, but I just kind of wanted to verify that there.
Yeah.
How big has his growth been for you guys throughout this year? Because it's not like that's an easy position to play anyway, but especially as a freshman on a team with really high expectations.
Yeah, no, I definitely asked Colby to do a lot this year, but being around Colby in school and then even seeing him last year in just some junior high games, I can expect that kind of things out of Colby. Colby's a very smart baseball player and just a very smart kid in general. So, I mean, he is very capable to handle these situations and just thrive in them.
Yeah, that's what's going to make you guys even better throughout the season. And I know he's not the only really strong freshman in that SOC3 as well. That's going to keep it a miserable conference for a long time to come.
Yeah. There's a lot of good press hanging out.
Oh, it's very impressive. What do you guys have coming up this week?
We got Oak Hill tomorrow, Northwest Wednesday. Then we finish up the conference play with South Webster on Friday.
Okay, so you get to stay in I guess Oak Hill's out of the county, but you can stay pretty much in the southern part of the state. So, Coach, we appreciate you taking some time with us tonight, and best wishes for you throughout the remainder of the season, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Yep, thank you, Coach. Yeah, got to see his dad a lot, when we're covering literally everything that Minford was doing last year. He's the AD, and man, it's just like they almost got forgotten about because they go to the Final Four in girls soccer, state championship in boys soccer, Final Four in boys basketball, and then the
by the way,
and then just Yeah, it's just, and then you're like, oh, they went to the Final Four the year before. So I mean, it's just.
It's a strong run for Minford.
Yeah, not too bad at all. But let's stay with strong programs and people that have had strong runs pretty much year in year out. Joining us now on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline is Coach Brad Jadwin from Adena. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Good, man. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, and I kind of brought it up to Shane on our show this week on our other show, and how it feels like your program has you graduate some really good players year in year out, and then every year you are right back in the thick of the SVC race. What can you say about the kids and kind of what they do in your program to just always be prepared?
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. We run a heck of a youth program. Our varsity coaches and our varsity athletes spend a lot of time with these young kids in the wintertime, and we implement just about the same things that we do at the varsity level. So we start talking to these guys about 8 years old, to be honest with you, and they do a lot of the things that we do. It's a microcosm of our whole program. We just stay on one accord, and when we lose seniors, we just replace, and that's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Well, then that's kind of what we've talked about with other coaches is you have to have that youth program, especially in a smaller community. And then also seeing the varsity coaches varsity players as well, step in and help. That has to just give so much more of a buy-in to those players as well.
It does. I tell the youth all the time, they don't want to listen to this old goat talk to them. They would rather listen to Marley Halcomb or, somebody that they see in the on the sports page. And I get it. I totally get it. And that's okay. When they give back like that to the youth, the youth does. They do buy into it more. I'm generations ahead of these guys in 8 years old and 10 years old. So, but they do. The varsity kids they work their tails off giving back. Just like this weekend, we hosted the SVC junior high tournament, and I just got home. We just finished up there. I watched probably 10 games over the weekend, and the varsity girls were up there. The varsity parents were up there, working and giving back, and our junior high sees the varsity girls supporting them, and the youth is up there running around, and it's just fun. It is just a blast to see everybody buy in.
Coach, talk about that. That's one of the things I like to do too is make our team give back and help out. And I've seen, and people tell me all the time, they're like, "It's so great that your guys do that." But I tell them, believe it or not. And I'm that's why I'm asking this question, but I think I know the answer. Your girls get just as much out of giving back, as they do anything else, because that's the way it is for us. Like our guys talk about that; they're excited to do it, and I'm imagining that's the same thing with your girls.
Yeah, Coach, you know as well as I do. You've been around sports your whole life. Honestly, you try to go down and say our varsity, you try to go down and be a blessing, and at the end you end up getting blessed,
right?
And that's just the way it works, and it's fun, it's gratifying,
it's a win-win situation.
100%.
Well, then you always want those kids know that even when we're gone, the program's going to be strong, and these kids are going to remember their time spent with you or spent with those other kids for a long time. I kind of joke with Coach Hoops all the time because he was one of my, not Biddy ball, but one of my basketball camp coaches, and I always remember that. It was one of those things that I guarantee these kids, when they're 16, 17, 18, are going to be remembering the time they spent with like a Marley Halcomb and how much that's going to benefit them and something they're going to talk about forever as well.
Sure they do. I hate to tell you, Coach Hoops, you're not a spring chicken anymore, buddy.
You know what? There's been a lot of situations that have come up lately that have reminded me of that. And
It's okay. You can
Yeah.
get old gracefully like me.
That's the goal anyway.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah.
We also have youth night at the ballpark, so we'll introduce before our varsity games. We'll take our 8Us up there, and they'll walk out on the field. Our 10Us, our 12Us, and they go out on the field with the girls, and while we're doing the national anthem, and that's good stuff. I mean, that's just what you want to see.
Yeah, and it's something that they're going to remember, and their parents are going to remember, and it's going to get some more buy-in, regardless of how that night's game goes. They may not remember anything from the game itself, but they're going to remember what happened before the game and how cool it was.
Sure they will.
Then when they get older, they're going to be like, hey, I remember this, so I want to go do this, and that's how you get that overall buy-in, and that's what makes that program stay solid year in, year out, solid to outstanding year in, year out. And you guys have some really nice pieces as well. Can you talk about some of the key players for you guys so far this year?
Well, again, we don't have any seniors this year. Key pieces, we've just really had some kids step up this year that kind of unexpected. We started off season 4-4. Allie Bossert, who is a key component to our ball club, she got hurt in a scrimmage, so we started off the season without Allie, which is our second pitcher. Now you're down to one, so we start off the season slow. We go 4-4. We get Allie back, and since Allie's been back, we went 11-13. Our only two losses have been to Piketon, 21-19 and 4-3 the other night down there.
Just the exact same games. Those scores could not be any more different.
It was unbelievable. I mean, it was just it was unbelievable. They kind of are a microcosm of our ball club. I mean, we match up pretty well against them, and they match up pretty well against us. So key components on our ball club. I don't know. Joe Jett has kind of come out of the woodwork, and I never saw it coming, to be honest with you. We don't teach it. You guys know we don't teach this. I wouldn't lie about it. She's got 12 or 13 home runs, and that's a blessing. I didn't see it coming. Marley's just going to be Marley every night. She's just so consistent in the things that she does. She works her tail off. But we've had a number of girls step up. These freshmen have just come in and done a super job this year. But again, we're at a place where when we don't have JVs, we don't have that kind of numbers to have a JV. So what we have to do at the 8th grade level, we have to prepare them not only just to be on varsity, but you're probably going to start at varsity. So in our program, we do things just like our junior high wanted this weekend. They were the 7 seed and ended up beating Westfall at the 1 seed. Run ruled them, as a matter of fact. And Coach Pettit and Coach Morris and Coach Williams did a fabulous job with this group over the winter. And I've just watched them progress as the years went on. And they do a lot of things that we did. And I know Coach Hoops is probably going to ask before it's over, so I got to say it now. They just bunted their tail off this weekend, and they caused havoc.
Wreaked havoc. Hey, look, when you let Joe let Joe quit bunting, she hits bombs, Coach.
I'll ask Joe. They'll call a timeout, and Joe will walk down to me. I'll say, "You want to play a little small ball?" And she'll say, "Not really."
I think I picked up one of Joe's balls out from the creek when they played at Unioto. I said, that girl should never bunt.
Oh my God.
No, but I do have a serious question, Coach. You mentioned the slow start in terms of 4-4 without your second pitcher. How big was it to kind of stay above float without her, and then when you get her back, and you've already talked about it, you're 11-2 now. How much have all the rest of your other girls had to grow up in that time period until you can get her back, and now you guys are kind of peaking at the right time as the tournament's right around the corner?
Well, that's a great question, Coach. You know, as a coach, you've been there in basketball, and you're a great football coach. Think about your quarterback going out, and then all of a sudden you have to make adjustments. Who's number two? So when you find out then who's number two, then you start rearranging other pieces of the puzzle as well. So as bad as we hated to go through that situation, what you honestly do, you find out that kids
step up
and play different roles in different positions, and then all of a sudden it starts clicking like, wow, I didn't know this could work at this spot. And honestly, it turns out to be a blessing in disguise. Now, nobody wants to go through it. Trust me when I tell you that. Nobody wants to. And I hated to put Addy through that, our number one pitcher. I hated that she's got to throw every game until Allie gets back. But doggone, when then other girls start playing different positions and they start stepping up, you think, wow, I did not see that coming.
Well, and it's just going to make the entire team better and better, and then it gives you more flexibility whenever you do have to make changes, and that's the best part about facing the adversity, especially early in the season, because now later in the season, if you didn't have to face it, then it could be different, but has to really benefit the team not only for this year, but next year as well.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it a lot on our ball club. You know, nobody, even us as adults, nobody likes to go through adversity. But I tell the girls all the time, that's when your true character is revealed. That's who you really are. You have to go through adversity sometimes to find out who you are. So do we like going through it even as adults? No, we don't. But, man, you find out a whole lot about yourself and a whole lot about your team when you do go through the fire like that.
Yeah, and you just become better and better as not only a person but as a team as well in those situations. So, Coach?
You do. You grow in confidence. You grow as a team. Of course, winning, it cures a lot of ailments. And they've done a super job. I mean, we're having a blast. They're a great group. They are an ornery group. The things that they do now before games, when we're sitting under the shelter house, when we feed them after school, I think about 20 years ago, and I'm thinking there is no way I would have put up with that 20 years ago.
You mean Leah has different stories from that than what these kids are able to tell? You'd probably grounded Leah.
Oh my God! I had to tell them. Well, we had prom this weekend. I had to tell them an old story about myself when I went to prom, and I said, "Just don't be like your coach." I was the orneriest guy on the planet. Please don't make me get a phone call this weekend from the sheriff's department. Just be safe.
Oh my goodness. Well, Coach, we don't want to keep you up past your bedtime. I know how precious sleep is, and want you to start the week off fresh.
I'm not on any medication. So you guys are good right now.
We appreciate you so much, Coach, and coming on and obviously getting your 100th win at Adena earlier this season. It was a big accomplishment, and we're sure there's going to be a heck of a lot more coming with the way your program is.
No seniors.
And no seniors as well. So, Coach, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to following how your team does the rest of the season, and best of luck to you in the rest of the season and the postseason.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks for having me. Guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Have a good night.
You too. That's one of the best things though about baseball, softball is you can win in so many different ways. Where he's talking about how they always do the bunting, and people don't love playing Adena because you're going to have to make plays.
Right.
But now he's got a girl that's knocked out a dozen homers. And
do you think he had ruffles on his tux at prom?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Oh man.
Yeah, just a really good dude and a really good leader for them to have out there in Frankfort. And now joining us on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline is Coach Cory Camden from Gallia Academy. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Doing well.
Coach, we appreciate you hanging with us. And, I know we had talked last week, and then, Christian over there
Basically hung with us for a whole week.
Yeah, hung with us for a whole week. Christian faking an illness over there.
We had several animals in the
Yeah.
show tonight, so like it's been a while. It's been a week.
Yeah, it sure has been a week. So we appreciate you, Coach, and I know it's been a really nice season so far for the Blue Devils. Can you tell us a little bit about it so far?
My kids are going to probably kill me for this, but I feel like we have played over our beginning expectations immensely. We played some games early in the season. We got a Waverly team that we played real well against. Well, you had Eli on there earlier. We played against a Minford team that we walked away losing 2-1, and we were kind of bitter about, and losing to an Adena team that we felt like we just couldn't get a hit at a timely time. And after those games, I felt like we kind of flipped our switch, and we started getting hits with 2 strikes and hits with 2 outs and hits in runners with scoring position. And our pitching has been pretty solid, and defense has been solid all year. So it's kind of carried us. We have a lot of senior presence that's really helped us, and juniors stepped up to do a lot of the job as well. So.
Coach, do you think that those early games and those maybe inconsistencies at those times really allowed your guys to maybe dig a little deeper and focus just a little bit more in those type of situations to make sure that those outcomes were switched?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, great teams that we lost to. Don't get me wrong, by no means. I love all those guys. But it left a little bitter taste in our guys' mouth. Like, man, we need to the things we were doing in the off season, we're missing something. So, I mean, we've went to small ball, some teams. We've went to, like I talked about the timely hits. We've been working hard on those 2-strike hits, off the knob, get on the grind, pack a lunch. I do all these kind of goofy things. I'm psychologically. I'm the guy about the psychological part of the game more than anything. So, and it has helped us immensely to get into this frame of mind that, hey, we're good. We're right here with these guys. Playing with Jackson, we were up 8-3, a little slip. I mean, those guys can hit. And so now you're talking, we ended up losing the game 9-8. That was a great game for us. Like, that was a kind of turning point in our game that, man, we're with everybody. So those kind of games early helped build to those games late, and games against Ironton and teams that we play in our league. It made the improvements even better, and we saw the results.
Well, there's, you talked about the mental part of the game. If you don't believe that you can win, you're probably not going to win. So having that, mental strength in those situations gets you to be the best player you can. If, hey, this is a big situation, we need a big hit or we need to get a bunt down, you're not worried about who the pitcher is. You're just worried about doing the job because you're going to do the job. And I think that says a big thing about your team. Can you so I know, when you mentioned the senior leadership, Beckett, Camden, and Logan Drummond have been a big part. Is there anyone else, or can you talk about a little bit of what they've been able to do for you guys?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, I mean, we're lucky enough to get a kid who was player of the week this week through you guys. But Logan's been big for us for the last 3 years. He's kind of the workhorse guy. He's not going to kill any radar guns, but he is going to fill the zone up, and we're going to get a lot of pop-ups and ground balls, and he just grinds through games. Jackson Myers this year moved over to center field, has been a big hit. He's our leadoff, a lot of speed, can make a lot of things happen. Nathan Shockey at second base. I mean, you got a combo up the middle between him and Beckett that turn a great double play. You got Brady Conley that's been hitting in the 4-hole. He's just a solid hitter. He's kind of came through this year big time. He had a little slump, and then all of a sudden he exploded. Guys off the bench. I mean, we even have 2 seniors that come off the bench. One of them played against Chesapeake there tonight. I think he may have had 3 hits in the game. It's like Luke Sisson and then Rylan Blaine. He comes in and plays some defense for us on first base when we're tight in games. But the juniors, I mean, we have a pitching staff where we really only have 1 senior at this moment really pitching. Beckett throws when we need him to bounce a day. But, I mean, we have Dave and Heath Champlin that both have filled a lot of innings up and have gotten wins. And our number 1 or 1A or 1 B or whatever is Maddox Delaney, who fills it up. And I mean, we've got so many guys. Our DH has been hitting well. Logan Kinney, we kind of went bounce catchers last year a little bit, and he's earned a job. I mean, we've had guys that have stepped into the role. We had a guy, we come off the bench and had a grand slam this year over the fence. So, I mean, we've got guys that just have came in and got it done. It's just crazy. So,
That sounds kind of like our college tournament we just had this weekend, where somebody just brings in a pinch hitter and hits a bomb, and it's just like, well, what do you do when you're the opposing coach? You're like, oh, they're going to the bench. No, it doesn't matter. But when you're facing a really good league in the OVC, how important is it to have that pitching depth?
oh my goodness, man. I mean, a lot of times, like let's say you even have a rain out, they're going the next day because we free up days for this. So we've always got to have somebody on standby and we've tried to build those pitchers up. And over the last 2-3 years, we've got lucky enough to get that staff where we are falling into place. Like we know who our day 1, day 2, day 3 of the week, and we can schedule it out. And then, hey, if we can bounce that guy we had Monday to Friday, we'll try to do that even sometimes. But we try to limit the pitches in the week. We don't want to go over. We like people fresh. But, yes, having a little bit of depth has made a big impact on this team this year as well.
Well, and the other thing it does to coach is come postseason, you've got them all at your disposal. You know, it's win or go home at that point. And if someone doesn't have it, you got the confidence in the next guy up to be able to go out there and get the job done.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you guys, I've coached multiple sports, so I'm a huge culture guy. And our culture around us is next guy up, man. We got to go. Hey, we bring the party with us. The next guy's up. Let's go get it. Hey, we have the utmost confidence in you. We go with it. That's why we've had so much success this season. We've not had any letdown from anybody. And we know if something happens, we just roll it on the next day, and it's another day, another game.
Yeah, and when you play a tough schedule, a tough area, you have to have that confidence night in, night out. And I was going to mention to Coach Hoops, a soccer baseball coach here with Coach Camden, so does the two sports as well. So,
but gets a break in between.
Yeah, you do get a break in between. So
a little bit,
kind of. But yeah, no, that's tough.
Yeah, can you talk about your week coming up? Because I know you got at least one big one coming up.
Well, I think we got Fairland on Monday, which every time we play Fairland, it's going to be a dogfight. A lot of times they throw guys that can change the game. I mean, we saw them beat Ironton, so we can't check out on a game like that. That's a huge game. Then the day right after, on Tuesday, our makeup from a rain out with Ironton, we play on Tuesday. And that's going to be huge. I mean, we've got to bring that game. The time we played them down there, I mean, it was a grind of a game. I think it was 4-2 is what it finished with. Again, it just, we have our pitchers laid out, but you just never know. You never know. You have feel moments. Everybody's got that feel moment in their gut and their heart that you're like, we got to go a different direction. So you just never know. And then Wednesday, I believe Wednesday's Coalgrove. I mean, they can throw an arm at you. They got a couple guys. All Thursday. Friday, I think we got Meggs. Meggs is on one of those. We've had success against Meggs, and we've not had success against Meggs. So it's one of those things. And I know it's their senior night, so there'll be emotion and they'll be playing hard. So, I mean, we can't ever check out. That's just the kind of guy that we just can't. Southern Ohio is a tough baseball place to play.
Yep, 100% agree with that. And where's that game with Ironton?
That game with Ironton's at our home.
Okay.
Down at Gallia.
So
at the Bob.
Yeah, that'll be a big one. Make sure you get a big crowd out there on Tuesday. Two really, really talented teams, along with Portsmouth. Obviously, Fairland, as you mentioned, in that league as well. And then everybody's got some pitching along the way. So, Coach, we appreciate you hanging with us and taking some time and coming here on the Coach's Calling Show.
No worries. Thank you guys for having me.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, soccer/baseball. Not a whole lot of those.
No. You could have done that.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'd see. We'll see.
You
how that
did.
goes. I did do it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was also did basketball in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't
you're
imagine.
just crazy.
Yeah. Well, I also didn't have a job. I mean, I had a job, but I worked at night. So, I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thankful you did it all, but
yeah.
And you were younger. Like Coach Jadwin, I'm still hung up on that spring chicken call out.
Hey, we did outscore teams 74-5 in one of those soccer seasons, so that's all that matters.
I don't know what's more impressive, the goals for or against.
It was against. And they were upset when we gave up a goal.
That's
like
true.
in our ninth game. So now joining us on the Edward Jones Coaches Hotline is Coach Eric Corzatt from Westfall. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on with us, Coach. And like we've kind of joked about throughout the thing, we've had coaches kind of hang with us for over a week, and then even later in the night as well. So we appreciate you sticking with us here tonight and having a chance to support your kids a little bit. Can you talk about your season a little bit? I know it's been a little up and down at times, but it feels like you guys are really competitive each and every night out.
Yeah, here recently it's been kind of hard to see what team's going to show up, right? You know, there was I think it was 2 weeks ago we lose to Southeastern, lose to Uniona, St. Trace, go 0-3 on the week, then we bounce right back, go 4-0 the next week. You know, win 3 league games, win an out of league against Madison Plains. You know, we're sitting at 9-4 at that point. You know, we feel well. You know, we go 0-3 this week. Back to 9-7. Yeah, it's certainly been up and down. One thing I will say about our kids, we don't give up. I'm very, very proud of them. I tell them after every game, you know, win or lose, they will certainly give it all that they have for all 7 innings. And at the end of the day, you know, I can't ask more than that. You know, if they're giving 100% effort, locked in from the first pitch to the very last, that's all they can control. And yeah, win or lose.
Yeah, that is all you can do. You just give that max effort every night, and you come out ready to play. And you know, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, especially in baseball. And sometimes you don't even control some of those things because, like, literally anything can happen. I mean, there could be, like we've seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it could hit a pebble that a kid threw on the field from at recess, like that you may not have even seen. So, like, anything can happen in baseball, and that's what makes it great. But can you talk about some of your players? I know out at the VA. One of the things that's impressed me most the last couple of years is Cash Conrad, but at the VA, he also, my coworker Ryan Myers was there, and he's like, I feel like he's going to go deep here. I was like, I don't know if he's got it, and then he hits it about 375. Can you talk about kind of everything he's been able to do for you guys this year?
Yeah, Cash has been wonderful. He really has. You know, I'll start with him on the mound. Anytime he steps on the rubber, we have a chance to win the baseball game. We do. Him and McCorder from Southeastern went toe to toe earlier this week. Pitchers duel, we lost 1-0, and I think he gave up 4 hits. The one run he gave up was unearned. It's just one of those things where you just tip the cap to the other pitcher, the other team. Great game all the way through, and that's kind of what Cash does. You know, he gives us the opportunity to win anytime he steps foot on the mound. And then his bat has he had the shortened season last year. I think he hit about 370. You know, was very reliable, good asset in our lineup. And then this year, the thing that has surprised me the most is his power. You know, he's been able to fly around the bases. You know, he flies around in the outfield. When he puts the bat on the ball and it's on the ground, there's a very good chance he's ended up on first base. Right, that speed is something you can't teach. It's something that not a lot of people have. But then He's got, I think he's got maybe 10 extra base hits. I think he's got more triples than he has doubles. And like you said, that one he hit at the VA, I thought off the bat, I thought it was a fly ball to right field. You don't see many high school home runs hit down there at the VA. And it just kept going and going and going. And he actually hit one opposite field out at our place the week before that, which I don't know, how many people have been to Westfall, but we got a pretty big field. So to take it to the opposite way is, something you don't see very often either.
And there's nothing behind the fence, so it looks like the fence is 800 feet too. So
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it was Travis Shaw is one of the ones I remember most about going out. But then it would be like, Alex Stonerock would hit lasers. But overall, in my 12 years of coaching there, I probably saw 12 or less home runs. So not the easiest part to hit
and the
out of.
craziest thing, there's been 7 there just this year.
Yes.
Which is, I like.
Wind
like
must be blowing really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
it's always windy, but
to be fair, the wind is always blowing hard.
Yeah,
Yes,
just the right
yes, it
direction.
is.
You didn't let me finish my sentence, Bruce. Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the up and downs over the last couple of weeks. I guess the good thing that you have looking forward to this week is it's going to be a winning week if the weather cooperates. Who do you guys have coming up?
All right, so this week we go Tuesday and Trace tomorrow night. Fairfield Union comes to us Tuesday. Then Adena comes to us on Wednesday for our senior night. And then we host Chillicothe on Saturday morning.
Yeah, so super easy week, of course. But that's just how you're going to get ready for the tournament, though. So that's always good to
exactly. That was exactly my thinking. I was talking with my assistant coach and the kids. Before the season, I firmly believe your record doesn't matter when you get to the playoffs. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
Especially in baseball, when you're going to get an ace on ace.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does not matter. I agree with that statement 100%.
So I stacked our out of league schedule because I want to have us as prepared as I possibly can for the playoffs. So next week we play Hamilton Township, Circleville, Wheelersburg, and London.
Yeah. It's just
coming off the week you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I feel like that will give us, our best chance to be prepared come postseason.
Yeah, and then no matter what happens out of that, as long as they're seeing some positive growth, no matter win or loss, you're going to have some confidence going to the tournament because especially if you face London's ace, then you're not facing anyone better in the first round of the tournament. I don't.
You're correct. You're right about
or
that.
for a long time in the tournament.
Right. It's just when you're facing really good teams, you're going to face some really good pitchers, and then then no matter who you play in that first round, you're like, okay, well, we just saw this, so we know at least we're going to have a little more confidence here.
Exactly.
So can you talk about some of the other players that have been big parts of your guys' team so far this year?
Yeah, for sure. So first one that comes to mind, he was huge for us last year, all league, all district, AJ Pluta, our first baseman. He's a junior this year. I have more confidence in him than just about anybody I've ever coached when he's at the plate. He is somebody who doesn't strike out almost ever. He is one of the best pure hitters I've coached. It's not common at the high school level, at least I think, where somebody can hit the ball to every part of the field, right? You have a ton of strong pull hitters, a lot of kids that just shoot it, backside between first and second, other way if they're a left-handed hitter. But AJ is so good at hitting the ball where it's pitched. so good. I remember last year we were in a game. He had hit 3 backside singles. They shift their entire, and he's left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
They shift their whole team to, second base is playing behind second base. They got their right fielder almost in center and pulls the ball down the right field line for a double. Like it's kind of did the little reverse shift on him. They threw an inside pitch and he took it down the right field line. He's a great hitter. When there's somebody on and he's up to bat, you can almost guarantee it's a run for us. Another kid who's been huge for us is Brendan Bigler, our shortstop. He's a second-year starter. He's a junior.
Decent golfer.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a 2-time SBC Player of the Year in golf. He's a top 10 golfer in the state. He's very good. But he also, fills the role of our shortstop. He is he's so smooth. He's so sound at the position. He is about as reliable as they come. Two other kids, 2 seniors, Caleb Lowe and Rick Hanley. They've been able to do some great damage for us in our lineup, as well as Caleb really being our number 2 option on the mound behind Cash as of recently has been super helpful. And then sorry to just keep rambling on about players, but we actually have one freshman that starts for us, and when Caleb Lowe is pitching, we have a second. Caleb Henry is typically one of our left or right field starters day in, day out. He's been a great asset to the team. Real small kid. He's probably about 5'8", 5'9", 150 pounds. He actually hit a home run at Westfall in like our second game of the season this year. It's pretty crazy. Nice. And so Brendan Bigler, he has a little brother. His name's Brody, and he's a freshman, and he plays second when Caleb Lowe is pitching. Has been, just like his brother, incredibly reliable up the middle, and it's pretty fun to see Brendan and Brody turn double plays up the middle as brothers. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's a nice combination to have, because you're going to have it for at least another year as well, not just when Caleb pitches, but next year as well for you guys. Coach, we appreciate you taking some time with us and hanging out with us tonight, and always good to talk to you, and best of luck to you the rest of this week and the season as well.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me on. It was good talking to you guys as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Good luck, Coach.
See you soon.
Thank you.
He was in my I don't know how much I even actually coached him, because he was a freshman my last year at Westfall, which was my last semester of student teaching. Mm-hmm. So always nice talking.
You're not
to
a spring chicken anymore, Bruce.
Hey, easy with that. Like you can tell with this, and it's not as bad now because I actually got a haircut for the first time in 2 months, but it was getting real gray.
Well, it happens.
It happens when you're not a spring chicken, I guess. So, all right.
Thanks to Coach Jadwin.
Yeah, now we know what someone's going to get you something for that. So,
yeah.
So, Coach, we appreciate you coming on again tonight.
Good show.
Yeah, good show.
Very entertaining, especially early on.
Yeah, we'll have something next week. We will not have a show because of Mother's Day, because we got 2 fathers in here that we may not see again if they skipped any part of Mother's Day.
Got to keep the moms happy.
Exactly. So we will see everyone a couple weeks. We'll see a lot of graduations that next week. So we'll figure things out.
Just stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll have at least one more episode this spring.
Dr. Haynes wants to come back.
Yeah,
with a bigger animal.
Another animal. It might be a dolphin. And technically,
he's not bringing a dolphin. We don't have a tank.
Technically, we had a tank earlier.
We already had a fish.
We had too many aqua animals, whatever. I don't know. For our producer, Christian Spradlin, for Coach Matt Hoops, I'm John Bruce. You've been watching the Haynes Toll Healthcare Coach's Call-In Show. Have a great rest of your week.